Hello, welcome back to Rebel Lance Radio. My name is Kevin, joined as always by my co-host, co-pilot, co-partner, Stinky First Night. How are you, First Night?
First of all, you forgot to say the king, the man, the myth, the legend.
Night. Can't be all that.
Yes, I can. Why not? Who's stopping me?
You? But you're like, I'm not showered, so don't come over. I was like,
you're not even here today.
Work from home.
What are you talking about? I smell really good today.
That's disgusting.
Just a hater.
What's
up,
listen,
bro?
I'm rocking my new cute and creepy shirt.
I have one. I should have rocked it.
You also have a Rebel hat you don't want to wear. I don't think you want anything to do with me or pretty much anyone else that we associate with on stream anymore.
I'm working really hard behind the scenes.
I don't know if that's true.
That is very true.
Yeah. Anyway.
What's going on?
What?
I said, what's going on?
You know, I spent 6 hours power washing today in my backyard. And if you've ever power washed and hit your toe, you would know it's kind of painful. Now, I have a broken toe, as you might remember, even though you haven't asked how my toe is in the past 2 weeks.
Here we go again.
That shit hurts.
Bring out the violin, bro.
That shit hurts.
What's going on?
You should be here. Where is here? Is DJP here?
Yeah.
Is DJP in person?
Oh,
boy.
We have 82 people watching, still climbing.
I feel bad for them.
Kevin's still here because I haven't fired him yet. Sucks. Because he's not here in this where he should be, but that's okay. He was cleaning today.
One of the beautiful things about the crypto space is you can just DM someone and be like, yo, do you want to hang out tonight? And they could be like, yeah. And then you're just hanging out with them. So we do have a special guest tonight. I'm very excited.
I'm very excited.
You know, this special guest just gave me a follow back today, even though I think I followed them like a couple of months ago. So we're going to have it out. We're going to have it out real soon. All right, let's bring on the one and only, the man, the myth, the legend. Jesus in the house. Cheese, how are you, bro?
Yo, what's up, bro? Doing good. Bro, I am so sorry. Like, as soon as you messaged me and I seen it, I wasn't following you. And I'm like, what the fuck? Yeah, no, immediately followed back. So
it's all right. I'm the important one, Cheese. It's all right. As you're following me, we're good.
I've already had a call with him, so it's like, all right, I got the main night, so we're good here. But yeah, no, it's thanks. You hit me up out of nowhere, and I was about to go in and finish cooking for my kids, and you were like, "Can you come on at 8?" And I'm like, I think I can make this happen. And I had like chicken cooking. I had other kids showing up. Do I have enough food? Do I need to go to the store? So it started getting wild. But yeah, 8. I'm full.
I'm glad you joined us,
man. Yeah, no, thanks for having me.
Yeah, man. We're just gonna talk shit about Kevin all night, and at the end of the night, I'm gonna fire him and tell him that he can't do this shit no more.
Yeah, no, that's fine. I am right. I will ride your back. I can ride your coattails and talking shit all day long. So we'll see if we can get some of the community members that I have in here talking shit in the comments as well. So, yeah, this pop mic filter was like incredibly hard to find. But then I found somewhere. I can't remember where I got it. 80 different colors, bro. For all the mics. So.
What do you use? What do you use?
It's a Shure SM7B, but like finding the pop filter that actually fits on the mic. I ordered like 10 different ones, and they just like you would barely pull it, and it would just fly right off.
Yeah. On those,
this one is actually built just like the actual SM7B, the one that comes with it. They say not to even use this. They say because the apparently
the mic itself is so good.
No. They say not to use a filter on any of the Shure mics because the sound comes across better.
Yeah,
but I haven't tested it, so I don't know.
You know, I've been trying to get Miguel to buy some pop filters, and he won't do it. He said we don't have the funds. He says times are tough, and we can't afford.
Yeah, dude, because every day you want to buy some new shit. We already have like 3 fucking cameras right now in front of me that cost like $600 each.
Yeah, and it's not easy. See, I tried going that route with like the nice Sony. I don't even remember the models, like Sony A something or whatever, and they're like $1,000 cameras, and I'm like, no, I'm not. I can't do all this shit. It's just too expensive. I have one like $150 webcam right in front of me, and it does just fine.
That's what we used to use back in the day. I mean, that's what I had. I had one of those.
Yeah.
I don't even remember what brand it was. Do you remember, Kevin?
All I know is that I'm using a webcam that I use for work, and I look better than you do in your fancy camera. So what the fuck you're doing over there? But it doesn't look good.
I don't know what. Actually, you're right. I don't know what's going on with the camera today.
It's probably better that you look blurry. Probably better for all 125 people here.
Why? Because you don't want them to see how sexy I am? What are you talking about?
It's a stretch.
See, I know we're doing. Bro, I've got so much equipment. I've got like 2 Roadcasters on the shelf. I've got a Roadcaster, like a Rode NTB1 mic up there. It's like a $400 mic, and I wanted to go with one of these, and it sounds better because that Rode, that NTB is like a directional mic, and I see all these YouTube videos and everybody's singing through them, and so but I guess they're more of a studio singing mic rather than than something like this. So I don't fucking know. Every Monday, I usually have some technical difficulty when we start our spaces, and either the music's coming through and it sounds like shit, or it's one thing or another. So I get called a rookie every Monday.
That's Kevin for you.
We've been doing this for 3 years also, and shit just still goes wrong for some reason. You don't touch anything. You're like, why is this going to the wrong output channel now or something? Like, who did this?
Exactly. And like I stream a lot on through Abstract, and most of my apps, like I can't remember the name of the website. I think it was My Instant, and it was like a full soundboard. I had everything set up, like 200 plus sound effects, and the sound effects won't even play through Abstract stream. Like nobody can hear it. It's the weirdest thing in the world. I don't know.
Mike's here from Jira. Shout out to Mike.
Yeah, we got
Jira
in
the whole Jira community.
Jesus, what is your streaming schedule? Because you seem like a busy guy. Because I open up Twitter and you're live most times.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, for the most part, we used to go 2 hours a day, Monday through Friday, 11 a.m. Eastern till 1. And then, in January, we kind of pivoted to Abstract, and we've gone like really content heavy in Abstract, or I have myself, and so have my co-host. One of my co-hosts is like, he's not anti-abstract, but he's like, bro, there's no volume over there. I can't make no money. I don't give a shit about abstract. But so recently we dialed it back like an hour, but I also stream a lot when I go streaming with Gambler, doing things. People invite me, just like tonight. They'll invite me in the morning at like 5 a.m. to go stream because they're streaming from Dubai. So it's just whatever random times. If somebody wants me to come on, I'll come on.
Time zones are my kryptonite for sure. I do not do well with time zones, so I'm always just like, we go live at 8 a.m., 8 p.m. Eastern. I hope someone can figure out what that means to them. But it's like,
and I'm the opposite. I try to like plan the time zones because someone over here likes to stream super late at night when everybody else is sleeping.
I got 153 people not sleeping right now.
All right.
What's wrong with you?
Thank you.
Yeah.
You're the old here.
8 p.m. is still good. If you push it like to 9 or 10.
It's too late.
No.
Like cheese.
Yeah, well, like a buddy of mine, Juice, he used to run a late night creep space, and it was just like a late night space, and he's in Vancouver. So this dude wouldn't start the space until like 10 o'clock, 11 o'clock his time sometimes, and they would run till like 3. Bro, I would go to bed and wake up, and these fools are still in the space, and I'm like, I can't stay up that late. But most of the time I do. I'm usually up, especially during the school year. I'm up at like 4:30 in the morning.
Damn.
And I'm usually up till about midnight East Coast time. And then just
when are you sleeping?
It's if I can get 5-6 hours of sleep, most days I'm pretty good.
You deserve better than that.
What do you don't even sleep yourself? What are you talking about? You sleep like 2 hours a day.
Don't worry about my retweets and my comments at 3 a.m. Okay, that's none of your business.
Those are just random old man problems. Waking up, going in, having to dribble a little bit in the toilet, and
thank you. Yeah,
and then going back to bed.
One thing turns into another. Before you know it, you got, you're caught up on all the discords.
Yeah, that's true. Talking about Discord, I haven't been in the Discord in a little bit. I have to go figure out what's going on in there.
Jesus, which Discords are you active in? And I only asked to say, like, we've all joined and left so many over the time. Like, which ones are you still, kind of engaged in?
Well, I mean, we have like a private server group of friends. That that one I'm really heavily in. Obviously, Gambler,
Yeah.
as well. The Creeps Discord. Sometimes the Somo Discord. Short of that, I'm in Discord. I'm more of a browser. Like I go through, especially like in the Creeps Discord, I'm usually tagged a decent amount.
Yeah.
Um, and in the Gambler Discord, but I like just going through the core projects that I'm watching and following up on announcements. I can gauge the community based off of X. Um,
Right.
you know,
Right.
when there's something that's announced and shit hits the fan, then I go to Discord to watch the madness unfold. Because that's usually the direct line of like attacking the team. So I like to see how people were supportive and then post whatever announcement, those same people that were supportive instantly flip to, the joke. And so being able to go in there and see that, but I really minimized my discords. I think I might have maybe 20 discords that I'm even in. I
Wow.
used to have over 100 and I left every one of them because it was just dumb. So some of them I'm not even a part of, like part of the community, but I still try and keep an eye on what those communities are doing, and what their teams are doing just to kind of, because everything in this space, bro, is copy pasta. I don't give a shit what anybody says.
Yeah.
It's true.
Nobody's really innovating anything. So if you could take a little bit of something from Pudgy and a little bit from
Mhm.
like Revolving Games or some ApeChain projects and kind of mesh these ideas together, you can come up with something kind of innovating with a twist to your own brand. So that's why I kind of like hovering around.
Yeah, that's true. How's it going with Creeps?
Good. Not as fast as the community wants.
Yeah.
Like I had told you on our call, Dom and Joe are like very meticulous on their timing. Timing for them is like the biggest thing.
Yeah.
And for me, like you would know more about this. I'm not a chart guy. I'm not a massive trading guy. So I don't understand. Like when I see Bitcoin at 119K, I'm like, send the game, send the token, send everything.
And everything.
Right.
Yeah, but then I have friends that I'm friends with, guys that have been trading, Bitcoin and everything for 10 plus years. And they're like, bro, when you zoom out and look at the macro and you look at the inflows, and like there's not enough money coming in from Web 2 or like just money coming into the space in general. It's still not a good time to TGE. It's still not a good time to. I think that's where Dom and Joe are at. They have such solid advisors and people watching watching the market and helping them time that out perfectly. That no matter what the community pressure is, they're like, we're going to send this when the time is right, because you only get to TGE a token once.
Yeah.
You can drop an NFT as much as you want, but
Yeah.
if you mistime that token, it doesn't matter if the community gets a little fuddy or people are pissed, because if you time it right, people are going to be so wealthy from the token drop that they're not going to give a shit about the last 2-3 years, of waiting. And it's because you get lost in that euphoric moment,
It goes the other way too, though, because you could have a good 2-3 years, you have a bad TGE, and the community ghosts.
Yeah, exactly. And TGEs are just in a difficult spot right now. But the Creeps team has been, every brand says it. Oh, our team is building. And I'm fortunate enough to get on calls with Joe. And I don't get any inside information or fed anything that would benefit me in any way. But it's just like when I look at teams or look at something and I would go to try and buy into it, or even have friends that want to invest in it, like I buy into the person and I buy into the people. and then the product and everything else is secondary. And these guys have not changed their mindset in 4 years. You know,
Wow.
they want to build a big global IP brand. They want to make noise. Everybody wants to be what Pudgy Penguins are doing right now.
Yeah.
But it's all about timing. They have the right partners with WME and Seth Green and, 360. Some of the biggest investors in this space support them. Seed phrase owns like 600 creeps. A lot of other big names, a lot of other big people in this space. Like there's another guy, Force the Habit. Not many people know who he is, but like from what I was told, he's like one of the top Forex traders in the UK. And like he's young, he's smart, like very wealthy, deep pocket individuals that are holding creeps and have been, and that are still accumulating. I had a friend that swept, a friend of a friend that swept quite a few pudgies earlier today. He swept like 10 plus pudgies.
Damn.
And it was like 180 ETH. And I'm like, why would he not see the value coming from creeps where he could get like a 10x within, maybe 3 to 5 months versus the value of, buying a pudgy that might 2x or 3x, So for me, it just doesn't, I don't know. The math doesn't math, but for him, it's just like, well, if it goes up 50%, he can weave all those right back out and make another 85 ETH. So I guess it's all a matter of your pockets. But, as a passionate creeps community member for, 4 years, I've been here since October prior to mint or November. So you're talking early 20 or late 2020 is how long I've been in the creeps community. So, for me, I'm just like, I'm always drilling creeps out. And, I just have a lot of belief and faith in these guys that they will end up, delivering something pretty meaningful to the space. So, you can only lead a horse to water. And then after that, people have to make their own decisions. So,
I mean, I did my research after I talked to you, and those guys are really, like you said, I'm buying into the people. Like they seem like really good guys that are doing the right thing, and they want to do the right thing for the space. So following them is definitely a plus.
Yeah, and bro, they had many opportunities. I mean, $400 million plus, like through all of their brands, through Portal Coin, through Creeps, through all the other collections within Creeps, OpenSea volume, like everything that they've done, they've raised and have a substantial war chest, and they could have easily just walked away, but they're not. They're building a AAA game. They're building another party game. They're about to TGE Somo, which is I think we see an announcement for that this week. You have Portal Coin, that is Portal Pay, and they're starting to ramp all that up. Unfortunately, that coin's down 90%, but people that bought in that coin early, or they even farmed that coin, bro, made hundreds of thousands of dollars on that coin. Like, really, really cooked. And I think we see the same thing with Somo here on TGE. I think all those farmers and people that participated, they're gonna have a pretty good stimmy coming their way.
Yeah, for sure. What do you think about the pump fund thing that just happened? Kevin, you too. Like, I haven't talked to you about it either.
It makes me wonder why they need that money. They made $700 million in revenue so far this year. What do they need another 600 million for? Is it because they want to go all in on their streaming platform? Is it they're going to do something else with this coin? It's like a lot of money that if they're doing so well, what do they need that for?
Yeah, that's true. I mean, I don't know why. I don't even know why they're doing the streaming thing, like either. Just to me, stupid.
It seems as disconnected from crypto as the abstract streaming does, and that's not meant to be a negative thing, but it's just
the streaming thing for me. I think they're trying to figure out ways to get into Web 2, to break into Web 2, and you see these pump fund coins that are bundled all to shit. They're TikTok coins, like the Dej coin, and then I was asking another friend about. What was it? It was it wasn't Luck Coin. It was shit. I can't even remember now. It was another coin that sent, like Tyler D tweeted about it. It sent like 160 mil. It was no down, nothing. It was hold on, I'll tell you real quick. It was 160 mil in 6 days.
Holy shit.
And yeah, and it did not go down at all. It was a straight up chart. It was he just tweeted it. Oh, altcoin. 0 to 175 mil in 6 days with no pullbacks and 60,000 holders.
Yeah. That's
You know what I'm
insane.
saying? So if Pump Fund can figure out some way to partner with a like a Kick or a Rumble or a Twitch,
That's true. Yeah.
you know, and then integrate that even just to be able to get the streaming key. Like when I use StreamYard, you know, abstract, I have to manually put in the RTP and all the crap. You know, they just integrated Kick. So now you can just click the Kick button and your key's there. You know, for this. So if they could even do that, bro, like that's massive.
And you know, the trading volume is down, and I went through my phase when Pump Fund blew up, you know, trying to catch a coin as it, you know, hits the bonding curve and then graduates and like, you know, can I get in? Can I get out fast enough? And of course I, you know, lost all of that. I wonder if people have gotten burned and that's why volume is down, or there's some competitors out there too.
I got burned in every single coin I put money into.
Yeah. So, you know, so is that why volume is down and they need more money because of that? Is it, you know, what you just said about Kick is interesting because we're streaming on EVMux and they just released a Kick integration too. So it must be something that Kick did on their end to say now you can plug into us because now it seems like multiple platforms can do that. There was also an announcement this week about Rumble having their own Rumble partnering with some wallet. Was it MoonPay? Rumble partnered with someone for a coin, which I thought was an interesting way to, you know, start to tip out, similar to what we might see with Kumu and RDAC, is people tipping RDAC on Kumu streaming platforms. So, you know, I think that is a good connection to have, a streaming platform having a coin that people can tip on. Obviously, that's what Abstract does as well.
But like, what's stopping the streaming platform from creating their own coin? I mean, it's not that hard to create your own coin now.
No, but bro, like, all right. So last week on Reality Check, like, because everybody's seen all the creators, like the streaming's getting like 12% of the airdrop or 13% of the airdrop. So like that's why people are saying like Gainsy's gonna make like $50 million. They think Rasmer's gonna make like $20 million or some shit. Like wild money. And so like people are streaming like crazy on Pump Fund. So we went and created a coin last week. It was the dumbest coin ever. It's called Red Rocket. Don't go buy it. But we created the coin. No, like, I'm serious. You'll see the dev sold. Like once I knew most people were out of the coin, I sold. Like, and so, but just from that stream, we didn't even push it. Just from that one stream, I made like $28 in revenue from the volume on the coin. And the coin only reached a 20K market cap on a wick and then came down. So imagine these guys that are creating these coins and they're hitting 10, 20 mil market caps, and they're probably making, you know, $5,000 a coin. So that's a lot of money, bro.
Yeah. I just think nobody has figured out with coins, like they haven't figured out how to have the holder actually hold the coin for a certain, I don't know, for a certain thing. Right. I guess that's the mystery of a coin. Like nobody has cracked the code yet as to how you can make a coin be like Bitcoin, basically, be a store of value. Right.
Yeah.
I think that's why you see like Goblin Town coming out with their coin now, because
I saw that too. Yeah.
You know, people see other projects doing it and they're like, oh, we can do it better, you know, sort of like an altcoin, right? You change a couple of parameters, you mess with a couple of mechanics, now it does something different, right? That's what makes Doge unique from Litecoin, unique from whatever else. So people see the meme coin the same way or the NFT coin the same way, but they haven't really figured out how to make that sustainable, because most aren't.
No, well, 98%, 99% probably are not sustainable.
Yeah.
But like, when do we start to see the meme coins actually have like true utility to them, though? That's like, and I think that's where Pengu's headed. And I think some of the things that Luca has coming up is something that is going to tie Pengu, is going to further connect Pengu to benefit, because it kind of does right now. If you hold Pengu, you get extra XP for different levels on abstract. All right. So then on top of that, you know, like they start integrating it into their store. Like these are some of the easier things. You can go buy merch with Pengu. You can go do these things with Pengu, but like you can still go, I think, on Magic Eden and buy NFTs with Pengu. So you know, the more reasons you give people to hold or use Pengu or use the, you know, the on top of that being it tied to the memes of Pengu. Like, bro, I use pudgy memes all the time. Like,
everyone does.
I think
Non-crypto people do.
even people that
All
don't
the
know what
normies
it
do.
is.
yeah, it's wild. And did you see where they're starting to watermark all the official
Yes.
memes?
Yeah, right.
Pretty wild.
Because people
right?
don't know what that is. People didn't know what the image was, I think. And you know, I'm longer telling people, oh, do you know what that image is? I'm done with that preaching part of it because it doesn't really land with them. But I think the watermark is an interesting move. You know, maybe there's a way to quantify if that's working. You know, raising awareness or whatever it is.
I just think it's all the mind share on X and all these accounts changing their PFPs and
well, Coinbase did it the other day. Well, it was this guy who took over the Coinbase account and he put a Pengu on it. But I mean, that was cool to see.
Yeah, it was. Yeah, it was really cool. Yeah, and he got because he got hired as like I think he was hired as the like their main X guy. And then he put out an application where you could he's hiring like a team of basically Web3 degens to come in and, you know, be his understudy, paying like 160 grand a year, bro.
But he does the right thing. I mean, he gets attention, which is the important thing.
He's like #1 on Kaido right now. He's getting like 2,000 to 3,000 yaps a day. Everybody's in his comments. Yeah. That's
I mean, Coinbase. I think the problem with Coinbase is that they got way too serious for a long time, right? Which is fine. It's understandable because they want to make sure they push crypto, etc., around the world, blah blah blah. But now they're getting more into like the crunch time of like getting back to the degen era, right? Which is what make them what they are now.
Well, it seems like they're fighting both fronts, right? Because they're pushing for they're pushing the regulation side, which I think is good because when someone says how do I get into crypto, I typically do to refer them to Coinbase. I say this is like the most legitimate you can get started with if you have nothing right now, right?
Yeah,
you just got to do the CYK. So I think it's good that they're still holding that, but also staying connected to the pulse of this part of their audience. Right?
Even Binance at one point, right? It used to be like Coinbase or Binance. That was it. It was like those two legit, and that's it. And then something happened with Binance. I can't remember a while ago. And then people stopped using Binance.
They got blocked in the US for a number of years. I was able to connect to like the EU site for a while, and then you're getting these notifications. Maybe I don't know what year it was. Sometime I don't know, but these notifications saying like you will lose access to your account on the EU.
I remember that. Yeah,
to move over.
Bro, it's also like Binance is turning into the new MEXC though. Because like Binance Alpha that dumps on everybody. Binance just dumps on everybody.
Yeah, it does not feel like a powerhouse anymore. I'm sure they are volume wise, but it's like not a thing I would think to go to ever anymore.
No. Like I had never had access to it anyways. So it's like I don't give a shit about Binance US. And so, but then also, if you remember early in the year and in December, it's like out of blue. You have all these great AI coins. Everything's up 700-800 million. Goats at like $1 billion, and then all of a sudden, Binance lists fluff at like 20K. That somebody had been buying for a week prior, and they did that with like 10 different meme coins, and they instantly sent to like 500-600 mil, and then so they kind of got a bad look at that. For
Yeah, you know who I really don't like? MEXC. You mentioned it earlier. I can't fucking
stand MEXC fucked iAgent.
Oh, dude, they fucked up Redact too.
Yeah, that and redact. So that's an interesting thing to me though, because I remember being in the AMA for the iAgent, and Shan came in there, and Shan was basically like upset with Jamie and them for like even interacting with Mexi, and then all of a sudden Mexi's involved with redacted.
Yeah,
So I was surprised to see
that happened.
that relationship happen there. Yeah, I don't know
Yeah,
what went
I'm not
on.
sure what transpired, but I mean,
I mean,
when you, I guess when you're trying to push a coin out and you know what I mean, like you're trying to get all these exchanges to like help you out, and then they promise you all these things, and things happen later on, then that's the problem basically. Because I don't want to say too much, but I think Mexi, the problem with Mexi is that Mexi, it's for Mexi. Like they try to squeeze as much money as they can, and honestly, I think that they dump on a lot of these coins. Like
oh,
this
they
is what
dump
they
on
do.
every one of them.
100%. I don't even think Mexi is run by whoever reputable person. I think Mexi is run by like freaking gangsters in Mexico or something.
Yeah.
You know, in preparation for tonight's show, I was re-listening to the AMA that Sean had done for Jirasan, and when he was talking about the RDAC launch, he said, I wrote it down. He said, if you knew the real story, you wouldn't even be continuing in Web3. How much money we could have had in our hands. So just
Yeah.
talking about how Mexi and some of these, these listings just kind of fucked up everything,
Yeah.
and
No,
how skewed it is behind the scenes.
it's true. I still think that RDAC has a lot of potential. Obviously, I'm 100% behind the coin. I'm 100% behind Sean and that team.
Yeah,
I
you were
think
sweeping
that
a couple
huh?
of weeks ago.
What was that?
I said, yeah, you were sweeping some a few
Oh
weeks ago.
yeah. I have like fucking like 100 Jiras, but the point is, I think that I think that RDAC just needs more visuals, right? I think Sean is the face of everything. People know Sean and they recognize him to the face of everything. So I think he needs to just get back into the grind. You know what I mean? Just start talking to people more. And I get it. I'm sure he went through a lot. Plus, he just had his baby too. Like he's going through a lot of stuff. So now that since he mentioned it in the AMA too, that he's coming back to the trenches, I think that this will be good for the community and the coin and even the NFTs. Like I think that him being the face and just being out there more and showing who he is and just more of him, and I think that it'll point a lot. And the NFTs too.
Yeah, I have a controversial take on this because like, and I've talked about it in my show. I haven't yet to have a call or talk with Shan.
Yeah.
But like I would say it was about a month leading up to the true TGE date. Because they had moved it a little bit, they
Yep.
kept pushing it out and things kept going on. And then I had came on to work with the redacted team and as one of the KOLs and like people just helping push the brand. And I had several calls with Shan. I really like Shan. I liked the team guys that I had worked with. I worked with a lot of the guys on multi-farm as well. I worked with some of the people from over at at Maxie's as well. And I had worked with them like years prior. So when all this was going on, everything was great. And, like they seemed like they were so spread out across so many different products. Like the idea of having all these products and arcade flowing through them. And it just seemed like there wasn't enough organization to bring everything together. So it's like, okay, we have to step back. We have to analyze what products that we have on the are going to be good for RDAC and what's going to be good for the community. And, so maybe that's what they did. I seen the team, kind of reshift and I think Amarish stepped away. I don't know if he fully stepped away, but he stepped away. So, but one of the weird things that happened was right about a month prior to TGE, Shan let go of a lot of the KOLs and a lot of the people that were being paid to help push the brand. And, you know, what I was being paid, like that was like a small part of it because I'd started developing friendships in the community, like talking to some of the team members, like everything was cool. And then it was like, it was about a month and a half after not getting paid. Like I had to reach out to him. It was almost 2 months. And I'm like, hey, just checking to see if everything's okay. You know, and then the way that they just kind of, I'm like, well, that's surprising. Why would they take away all their voices right before TGE?
Yeah.
And I hated seeing that because I have a lot of creeps holders and a lot of friends. Like, bro, I had some friends that held up to like 70 Jiras, you know, multiple cosmics. And, you know, I had friends that put in 30 grand in angel rounds and stuff like that. So like, and I had always tried wanting to help. I know Zero Cool, really nice guy. You know, he should have been one of the key community members. The whole Girasant team, Mikey and all them, like those guys were very vocal, and I don't think they got the ability to showcase that as an official like team, community team member. And I think a lot of that restructuring, like when they brought C, I was like, okay, this is gonna be cool. But Casey's so busy IRL. Like the guy he's one of the busiest people I know.
He's a
but even only one person has so much attention span.
Yeah.
And you know, but trying to get Shan on a call, Shan is even 20 times busier, and trying to lock down a call to be like, hey, Shan, let me help you with this, this, and this. And you know, I don't need no extra money. Just like fucking let's grow this but let's try and help. And I think he was just so covered up, man, that it between that and the unfortunate exchange stuff, and I still think Shan is one of the smartest founders in the space.
Oh yeah, by far, 100%.
And it's not, I'm not trying to knock anything Jira. I think they're highly undervalued. And I think they will have their day in the sunlight. And you know, if you have conviction, go buy them. You know,
I think he echoes some of the thoughts that you just shared there, where you know those things beforehand, and he's reflecting afterwards and shares some of that sentiment. So, you know, he talked about the restructure in the AMA. He talked about not pushing other products until their own products are successful. So kind of like you said, it was really spread out. There was a lot of products that they didn't own that they were pushing or trying to support, and it just kind of got out of their hands. So I think they said there's going to be a big acquisition coming up in the next 4 weeks.
Nice.
That will it'll be 100% owned by them. So it'll be interesting to see where their head's at.
Yeah, I mean, I'm still a huge supporter of Sean and his team and everything that they're doing, all their products, and you know what I mean. I'm gonna keep supporting them 100%. Whatever they need, I'm gonna keep supporting.
How many Jira do you hold?
A lot.
Because CoinCon came on my space.
Even there, Cheese. A lot. A lot.
Well, this CoinCon came on my space. I think it was Thursday or Friday, claiming he was the #1 holder of Jira.
Who?
CoinCon.
Who is this?
Yeah, he said he has over 100. I think he had a post.
He has over 100 Jira now.
If he has over 100, he's definitely got more than me.
You got some work to do, Miguel.
If he has over 100.
Yeah, he has.
There he is.
Right there. He's here. Yeah.
Oh boy.
Yeah. He come in big dick swinging, bro. He's like,
he's got that BDE.
Yeah.
General has more.
Oh, General. Oh, wow, nice.
Shit, I'm gonna have to do some work. I'm gonna have to catch up.
Some work to do.
Yeah, General has more of pretty much everything than any.
What the?
Jesus, 100.
I got some work to do.
Yeah,
I got some work to do. It's okay.
That's wild. But yeah, I mean, CoinCon is another person, strong conviction. You know, he's. I'm like, bro, why don't you buy some creeps? Like, buy at least one. And he's like, yeah, I'm looking. Which is a bullshit. I know he's not looking. He's just stacking that Jira bag, and but bro, I have the same conviction in creeps when they had their secondary assets and they had all the NFTs.
Yeah,
I think at my height I had like 47 creeps. I had like 900 and some odd secondary assets. Like I was well over 1,000 assets in the whole NFT in the ecosystem. and that was like the second or third largest holder. But even when they got rid of everything, I still am out here championing the brand. It's rare to find community members that will, stick through.
Yeah.
Most people call us crazy as fuck.
I believe
But imagine the people that invested in Bitcoin 10 years ago, what they were being called.
no comment.
Yeah.
We're being called crazy. I could tell you exactly what we're being called. Crazy, you're wasting your money, you're stupid, you suck, don't do this. Why are you putting your money into Bitcoin? Like, Jesus, all sorts of things that you are unimaginable. I remember actually, I'm from New Jersey, so I remember going out one night to Hoboken.
I'm sorry to hear that.
Shut up. And I was sitting there in a table with all my buddies drinking and whatever. This was years ago when Bitcoin first came out. I'm talking about like 2014, 15. And I remember sitting there telling them like, hey guys, like, you guys should check this out. You guys should get into this. Like, I just got into this. You guys should really do it. Go into Reddit, because at the time I was heavy into Reddit and chats and stuff. I'm not going to mention what my name is on Reddit, but I was in there.
Satoshi.
I don't even know what your name is on Reddit. That's
Yeah.
fucked up.
It's all right. You don't need to know.
Satoshi Nakamoto.
So, yeah, man, like I got into Bitcoin really early, and I try to tell all my friends, I try to tell some of my family members, and, everybody was like, you're crazy. You're wasting your money, blah, blah, blah. I never sold, man. I'm still holding.
Yeah. And that's the thing. Like, people that hold on to Pudgy's since mint, people that hold on to Creep since mint, you hold on to Era since mint. Like, yeah, people in the background and whatever else, they're going to be, they're going to be talking shit about you. And then it may not be this cycle for Jira. It could be the next cycle. Some people say that the 4-year cycle thing is now gone because we've never had sovereign wealth buying Bitcoin. We've never had, government.
True. That's 100% true.
But we don't know. And the one guy that is like our quant always tells me it's not true until it's proven otherwise. Like, once we blow past the 4-year cycle and we're still going up and we're still like bullish vibes, like this could be a normal,
Yeah, I mean, Q4 is usually historically was the quarter to look out for, right? Where those pumps were happening. I think that last pump 2017 was that the going to 2018 is, even when Ripple blew up to over $3, there was a huge push for all the alts at that time. It'll be interesting. I think you just said it, that next week is crypto week in America. There's all these bills that are on the floor, and as I'm preparing for the show and kind of reading these articles and just kind of looking around, it's kind of like all these things are obviously building on top of each other, where it's like, more, in some ways, the more regulation helps the big companies feel better about making these purchases, because I guess it, lowers the risk of getting sued or, all that stuff. They see these examples of like MicroStrategy making crazy profits off of their Bitcoin purchases. So they're looking at it saying, well, I want a piece of that. So, it's safer to buy. They're seeing other people benefit from it. So, of course the price is going to go up, and it just becomes that much harder, I think, over time for anyone to be able to buy it, because these big companies are just going to continue to accumulate. And, it's almost the ironic part of it, because that was obviously not the intent from the beginning of Bitcoin. It certainly wasn't the culture at the beginning to have, these Fortune 500 companies stocking up. But here we are, and that's adding to the value. So, it's going to become harder to get, but it's going to be worth more money. And so, it's like planting a tree, right?
Wait till Bitcoin gets to 250K, and then, but they're going to start they're already starting to buy Ethereum. Then they're going to start buying Solana. Then they're going to move down all the major, the major altcoin.
The altcoins,
yeah.
Which I haven't seen. I have not seen like a major move on altcoins yet. I mean, they've gone up, but they haven't gone up.
There's a couple that have stockpiled some. I'll try and find some articles for our next show.
I don't know if you remember, but it was a cycle. Bitcoin goes up, Bitcoin goes down, altcoin goes up, and altcoins go down. Right? That was kind of the cycle. And this year, or even through last year, we haven't really seen that. We haven't seen the altcoins like really kick in like they usually do.
Except Mog is killing it.
We need NFTs.
Fucking
What's MOG up? 300% from the bottom?
From the bottom, it might be about that. It's yeah, it's funny. I for whatever reason, I don't I don't hold many old coins, but I hold a little bit of MOG, and the Reddit community for MOG is so passionate. They're like, blinders on all the time. They're like, this is it. I'm putting my life savings in. This is the time. And I'm like, it's just so funny to watch. It's like,
what do you hear Knight, about what Wizard said? Bitcoin halvenings will not change, so 4 years is still pretty accurate. Even though the halvenings happen, does that really have that big of an impact to where it will?
Doesn't.
Okay.
I think it's baked in, right? They've always said it's baked in, but
it hasn't really had a big impact. I mean, what happens is before it happens, the announcement itself just creates FOMO and people just jump into Bitcoin. So you see the price go up. But right after the halving, you see it come like stabilize again. So there's really not much happening.
Yeah. Okay. Well, there you go. There you go, motherfuckers that think the halving has something to do with it.
No, nothing. Zero.
So, are you guys not doing anything on Abstract at all? Are you not participating on that platform or doing anything?
We tried at the beginning, and then we didn't get whatever it is. We didn't get picked, so we just moved on.
Picked for what?
For being a streamer.
Like at the beginning, yeah.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
Well, if you want, I can message Finn right now and get you approved.
I don't know. Do you still want to stream through Abstract, Kev?
I don't know. Let me think about it a little bit.
Hey, more audience, more people see you, see the brand.
We agree. We're talking about our move. We're migrating over to ApeChain in the very near future. We're in the beta test modes for that process on the back end. And not that it has to be one or the other, but I've heard from the rumor mill that there might be some streaming platform coming to ApeChain, and if we're going to be dipping into ApeChain, I feel like you got to go all in and embrace that community. So again, I don't think it's one or the other, but before we make a decision like that, I think we'll just
I think I want to get into it first. I want the migration to happen first, and then see how everything else.
Yeah, that's an appreciated offer though, Cheese, and we might.
Just let me know. I mean, I want to see what ApeChain does too, because I'll be over there streaming as well. Give a shit. I'll stream. I will stream to every outlet that I can stream to. It doesn't matter to me.
I know.
We might be able to stream to both. Yeah, we might be able to stream to both Abstract and Ape.
Yeah.
Yeah. Unless Ape's like, hey, here we want to give you guys a deal to exclusive here.
They don't care about us, but that's okay.
Yeah, that's the thing.
Yeah, we're too small yet for that.
But here's the problem, and I've talked to Finn about this, and I said it seems like the creators on Abstract are in a circle about that. Well, about that big.
Yeah. Little vacuum, huh? Echo chamber.
No. These are the creators that get the deals. These are the creators that know the team guys that know. Bro, I've lost so many. I guarantee you we've lost probably 60% of our audience on Reality Check because we talk about Abstract so much. Like 100%. I know we have. We would average anywhere between 80 to 100 live listeners in the space. It would just rotate around. At the end, it gives you the total number at the end, and you're like, oh, I had 400 people in the space. We would usually average anywhere between 600 to 800 people in and out of the space.
Nice.
And now I'm lucky if I can get 250 people total in and out of the space. Wow. And it's like, okay, do I continue on this path? Because, is there going to be money to be made here that's worth me losing, like, the whole entire, my whole entire community? And then now if I decide to turn that off, how the fuck do I get them back? Like, do I put out a tweet saying no more Abstract, come back, please? Like, so
that's true.
Bro, I'm looking at the streaming right now. The number one streamer live on Abstract right now. How many viewers do you think that person has?
Probably 100, 200. Not much. I don't think they have much.
No, 14.
What?
Oh, really?
Yeah,
That could be us. We could have 14 people.
We
yeah.
have
I mean,
407 watching now, and that's usually our regular. It's between 3
Yeah.
and 4.
so yeah, there's 14 people watching right now. Then you have 9. Now these are verified streamers. So
Yeah.
when you go down to the non-verified, sometimes non-verified has more. So there's a guy right now that's playing a game over there called Duper. He's not verified, but he has 27 people watching him.
Mm.
That is technically the largest team. But then I see 3, 6, I see 7 other streams where nobody is even watching these people.
That's crazy.
And usually during the daytime is when the streaming over there is at its height. And there's one guy, this Russian or French guy, and he has usually about 70 to 80 average people watching him. He claims to be the number one person that has gotten tips, and I don't know about the tips. Like, I've been streaming there since day one. I've had a total of like $650 tipped to me. This guy claims to have been tipped over 20 some odd $1,000 now.
Whew.
So, you know, like, but there's also a lot of people, like this one girl randomly one night got like a 9.80 tip. Who in the fuck is going to go tip somebody 9.80? You know, it was like $15,000 at the time, bro.
Yeah.
You know, and the wild thing is, yeah, so a lot of people think a lot of this is washed, and apparently, like, according to this Dune Analytics board, there's $2.7 million have been tipped on Abstract already.
That's crazy.
Really?
So
I'm
what
like,
do you think
where-
the future is, though? What's the trend? Does the Abstract team look and say we need to bring this back to life, or it's dead and, you know, if somebody wants to use it, they want to use it?
I don't know. Apparently, so I always thought the streaming was costing them a shit ton of money. Somebody told me it only cost them a lot of money when there's a lot of people watching, like
Sweet.
the viewership. So you're telling me the hosting is like done like by like viewer only?
Yeah.
I just find that hard to believe, because you got to have the server support. Like, say I was live right now and I like all of a sudden, like this is like really theoretical, but like I brought Kai Sinet on my Abstract stream and 100,000 people showed up. Like, would their servers just crash, or like what would happen there? So I don't know. But the point of that was that I told Finn, you have such a small bubble of like the same creators that are shilling everything and getting paid by these teams, and you guys don't have anybody within Abstract that is giving support to the smaller creators and helping these people grow, helping them build their streams, saying, hey, saying, hey, your audio sucks. Hey, your camera sucks. Let us help you. What do you need? Right. What can we do for you? You know, and create a fund of Pengu to, you know, donate some of these streamers that don't have money to buy cameras and things, you know. But he said, the response I got at the time was that, we're still a small team. We're trying to get all these things together. And, you know, but
which is understandable. But you know, there was a point where when Abstract first went live, we had a whole thing and a whole show about it. And like, I went on a rant because I was like, being the leaders in the space, this should be not catering, but they should be helping out the small accounts, right? Get to where they need to get. I think that would have been better than them trying to cater to like the big accounts, trying to get them in there to stream. And I think the loyalty happens, or the loyalty and the heart of the community happens with the little guys. Like, those are the guys that are going to bring people in. Those are the guys that are going to keep fighting. Those are the guys who are going to keep pushing and posting and doing this. And I think that's where they missed the boat when it comes to Abstract and the streaming platform. Like, I really went on like an hour rant. You remember, Kevin, that I was talking about like how they should have just helped the little guys, you know?
It should have been, right. Okay. I've shared my thoughts on it too. It was frustrating, and then I stopped caring, and I'm just going to keep doing what we're going to do. I don't need to beg someone. We can stream to our YouTube, we can stream to our Twitter, and we'll just do that. Yeah. And we'll make it work. So,
and not only that, like we're building an umbrella. So like, we have Vicky Licious. I don't know if you know Vicky. Cheese, but
Yeah. I met her in one of the other
so
streams.
we have Rebel Lance Media. It's actually a registered company in New Jersey, right? So we have Vicky under our umbrella, and she streams. Now she's getting like from 200 that we used to get, she's getting 300-400 viewers now, almost 500 the other night. And we're working on trying to get like a couple of other people to stream under our umbrella, because what's going to happen is at some point or another, the idea is that the more streamers we have, the more powerful we become, even if we're little. Because what happens is if we get some sort of brand deal at some point, imagine that brand being shown in every single stream from that single umbrella, right? Of streamers.
Yeah.
And that's the idea. That's what I'm building, right?
Yeah,
so then
being able to use that.
Yeah. So then when we talked about abstract, I was like, you know what? They don't want us to stream there. Then we're gonna build our own thing, and that's what we're doing. We're just gonna continue to build on, right, and keep doing what we're doing.
Yeah, and you guys normally do just the live video, not so much spaces.
Yeah, live video.
Right.
Correct.
Okay.
Yeah.
Now, so they have they added the analytics for spaces, and they also have the analytics. They have a tab for live, but I don't think they're giving the analytics yet out for the live stuff. Oh no, here it is.
They haven't?
Yeah, it's all here now. So what it does is it breaks down.
Oh, right, yeah. Sorry, you're right.
It breaks down everything now: minutes watched, views, and then viewers. Because the number you see like right now is your impressions. Then you can see the viewers, the actual viewer count that were live during the stream. So you get even more data, because it's just like your spaces number. Like some spaces I'll have 500 in and out listeners. Then a week later, because there was something talked about in there where people went back to listen, now your actual listener count just shot up like 3x because people go back and listen. Bro, like when I don't run a space some days, I have people in Australia that get pissed at me because they're like, bro, I listen to this at the gym while I'm working out every morning. So like, if you don't have a space, I don't have nothing to listen to. And I'm like, well, I'm sorry. Like I had to fucking take the day off. My daughter had something going on at school, so it's cool to get those messages. But the video content, whether it's on Abstract, whether it's going to be on this platform on ApeChain, did they buy that one company? I'm trying to remember the name of it.
Who? Ape?
From
Ape. Yeah, it started with an A, I thought. Like apes were already streaming over there. It wasn't Arena. It was something else that people were streaming on.
I don't know.
Because Arena you can tip in crypto too. Have you guys streamed over there?
No, I've seen some people talking about Arena though.
Yeah, I've seen it.
Arena you can tip in meme coins, you can tip in whatever you want over on Arena.
Yeah. I've been thinking about, even Twitch. I've been thinking, should we even just be live on Twitch just because? But I don't know.
Jesus is heavily undervalued except for his opening music. Someone help this guy.
Oh my God.
We got him. We'll help him out. We got him.
That's a team. I get bro. Everybody can send me whatever they want. One day I'll get Michael Jackson. Somebody sends me Queen.
That's okay. I'm always complaining to Kevin about his music choices on a holding screen. I'm like, bro, like, what is this? Like, can we put like something cool in there?
Backstreet Boys and NSYNC.
I was gonna ask you to send me a couple of song suggestions, but it was before you confirmed that you were joining. So like, I didn't want to pressure you.
Oh shit! Yeah, no, I would have sent you some shit. You'd been like, all right, this
is cool. Cheese,
on this show.
This is cool. I mean, we should definitely do this more often, like just shooting the shit about crypto and fucking NFTs. You know what I was going to tell you too? Like we stream, obviously on X, we get the most viewers on X, but we stream to YouTube too. Plus, the other thing that we use that we distribute all this into all major podcasting platforms. So like you'll see it tomorrow on Apple Podcasts, on Amazon Podcasts, and all the other podcasts. Like you'll see it there. Which is cool.
And Spotify keeps the video format, which is nice. So Spotify keeps the video and the audio, and they host it for free. You know, they do free podcasting. We don't pay anything for that, and then it gets distributed out to the
Through
other ones. So,
Spotify does.
yeah, they
Yeah.
bought a company called Anchor, and they've absorbed that now. So it's Anchor just kind of turned into Spotify, but
Yeah.
Spotify lets you do free podcast hosting, and we have over 100 episodes posted on there. So
Bro,
it's just
I've got so many
there's no
hours.
limit. Yeah,
But see, I'd always thought there was charges for the Spotify and the Apple and all that stuff. I'm like, I'm not paying more money. I have so many, subscription
oh, I
costs,
know.
so many different things that I could probably pay, a good chunk of my bills at home with the amount of stuff that I'm, spending. And
Yeah,
so it's wild. So I never even looked into it. So I never thought about it
yeah.
because I have hundreds of hours of shows. But I just never uploaded them, especially like YouTube or anything.
Yeah, we don't get a ton of traction on there, but it's there, and sometimes I'll rewatch or re-listen to that, especially because the audio is there, and it's just
Yeah, I like listening to the Apple podcast sometimes when I'm in the car or whatever, just of us again, just to see if there's anything that we miss or how it sounds, blah blah blah.
yeah. He sends me nasty messages.
I do.
He'll give me timestamps and say you fucked up here. You
Yeah,
sound like an
I
idiot
do that all the
here.
time.
Then I'll have to go back and take notes. It is
Yes.
fucked up.
That is true.
Now, something you guys may not be aware of. There's a, you know who Jonah is? Jonah Blake.
Yeah, yeah.
So Jonah has, through his Sploots thing, they built an AI. They built an AI video, program, like a hosting thing that will literally chop up this whole entire podcast will get automatically chopped up immediately, set up segments. You can post them, you can do whatever. Like, it listens to the conversation, it reads it all. It gives you like the minute soundbite or a 30-second clip for TikTok. It does everything automatically. So I'm looking into that. They just now launched it. But I think that's going to be pretty good too.
I guess you know knows me pretty well. Hold on.
What do you do with your stream after you're done? Do you do anything with it? Do you chop it up yourself, or you just let it live?
Sometimes, well, through Abstract, you can clip it like they're live in the stream. So sometimes I'll do that. But other times, like, I keep this notepad, and if there's a funny moment within the stream, I just write down the time for that day. And as soon as the space is over, I'll immediately go through, find it, clip it, and tweet it out. Short of that, I wish there was at some point, like even right here, what is this? EVMux?
EVMux, yeah.
EVMux. So like even like right here on EVMux, if I was running this and you said, yeah, I love Backstreet Boys, and we all started laughing, I could easily go right here and just go clip and then drag it to 20 seconds past, and then boom, immediately compose it to a beat and then send it out. Even with Abstract, you still got to clip it. You got to request the download. It opens in another screen.
Jeez.
Then you got to wait for the download to happen, or then the authorization for it. Then you download it. Then you got to go to Twitter. Then you put the tweet out and all that. Like, I want to see that shit done like right here in the software.
I agree.
That would be really dope. Where you could be talking to me, and then somebody else on the team is putting out clips, or they're doing something else. So, but for you guys, it's just you two. It's like you don't have a producer sitting there doing anything.
No, he won't hire one.
Kevin. It's all Kevin.
It's usually me switching back and forth, when there's more screen sharing or whatever it is.
Yeah, it's the same with me. Like, I love my co-hosts. They're my boys, ride or die. I trust them with anything. But like, if there's guests, if there's things like everything is on me, the clipping, like everything is 100% there with me. So, it does get a little bit of a pain in the ass, but there's tools coming out that help us, It's just a matter of paying for the tools. That's the big thing, and trying to figure out ways to grow the audience.
we've tried a bunch of different platforms before we settled on eBooks. They have the most bang for their buck, and they actually have the most features from the other streaming platforms, more than StreamYard, more than Restream, more than Riverside, more than whatever else. And they're still putting out new stuff all the time, new features. So it's been a good relationship.
Yeah.
You know, nothing's perfect, but it's gotten better over time. And the more you understand how to use this system, the better the production is.
Yeah.
It's
Plus,
not just like off
I think you've communicated them, and they've been like very vocal about helping you too. At the same time, or they've added features because of the stuff that you've told them.
Yeah, features and things like that. I am pro EVMux. I like it, and there's still some things I
love this.
still want to build up on here, because you can do the web sources similar to how you would do it if you were on OBS. You can bring in web source things. So there's still some good building opportunity within EVMux that we haven't really explored yet.
So like right here, you could take a Rebel Ant and stick it down in the bottom corner, just that. And then you could, like, can you drag it, move it anywhere you want?
Yeah. And that's what's much better about StreamYard. StreamYard doesn't let you like build your own scene. So
they don't. Yeah.
Right. And that's why I didn't like it, especially when I knew we were doing like an NFT project. You know, it's like I want to be able to show visuals whenever I want. So it's like, here's one of the memes from our Pepe, and I can just place it down here. So, even this little thing you see up here where it says in partnership with Saints of LA or Los Angeles, that's just an image that I put, and they give you these other apps, right? So the chat is an app built within here. The viewership is an app within here. The scrolling text is an app. So you just put everything where you want. And there's, 100 features that we don't even use because it's just not right for us. But it's a good platform.
I would go to EVMux, and I was talking about this before. My dumb ass
about it.
Yeah, and well, so I was using Streamlabs, paying like 40 something monthly for that. And then I was using StreamYard for X. I was using Streamlabs for Gambler, because on Streamlabs you can't take the screen, and I can't bring it down just to the slot reels on StreamYard.
And EVMux you can.
You can, yeah.
Yeah, and that's what I was told. So, but this was before I was like, you know what? I'm gonna use both of these. Well, then I went to go do something and like upgrade my plan in StreamYard, and I accidentally paid $600 for the whole year on StreamYard. And they wouldn't give me a refund. They wouldn't do anything.
You got a credit card charge that. You got to charge that back to the credit card.
Yeah.
And I'm like, fuck. So I canceled the Streamlabs, because I'm not paying $40 a month there plus the $600 a month here. I'm like, people are just gonna have to deal with a small reel on the fucking screen. And then he tells me about EVMux when we got in this on our first call together, and I'm like, well, this is pretty fucking nice. Like, I like this just even from me being as a guest in the lobby. It looks way better than the lobby of StreamYard.
Right.
The visuals are better. They're a little bit more pleasant. So, but then now being able to see you to be able to bring in all these little pieces, like StreamYard limits you. You put you can only put the speakers in certain spots.
Yep.
You can only, man, fuck. I need to see if Evie will give me a $500 credit, and then I just cancel.
Listen, I give you producer extraordinaire right here to walk you through the whole thing.
Yeah, happy to build.
Or wait, Jesus, or you can come and stream under our umbrella, and we'll set you up. You don't have to do shit.
We'll set you up. You join the media team, and we'll stream with you.
Oh shit, we're gonna have to do a poll on Monday, and
we're gonna have to do a sidebar.
Yeah, see what they say. Yeah, my other
whatever you need.
My co-host was pissed because we didn't tell him that we were going from 2 hours to 1 hour. It was just me and another guy that talked about it. Me and one co-host, and he's like, "I didn't even get a fucking vote whether or not we were going 2 hours." So now, but we might end up bringing it back to 2 hours because 1 hour just is not enough time. You would think it's enough time, but then. But there's some days where an hour is just like pretty perfect. So
what does that hour usually look like? Is that, just in terms of are you allocating certain time for you to talk and then for guests, or like how are you allocating the flow?
Well, usually, like I said, deal like I was talking in the back end, like deals and products, and like it's been very difficult lately. For the most part, we have an open stage on the space. We
Yeah.
have a lot of regulars that come in. Usually we intro, hey, how's everybody doing? Just me and the two co-hosts. That's about 5 minutes of calling each other gay. Then we move on to
Ours is about an hour of that.
yeah, and then then after that, we kind of just say hello to a few people. Then we start talking about some relative, some important things that were going on. Then we let some of the guests on stage give their input. Then we move on, and we just kind of chug through that. Usually, we have about a 15-minute market report from one of my co-hosts, Kenny. He'll run through all the majors and then memes and whatnot, and give his input on some of the best plays on memes, and then usually kind of finish it up with some abstract talk and creeps talk. It just depends on what's all happening throughout the day and that morning of, because the good thing is we're not too early in the morning like a lot of these other guys. They're so early they can only talk about the news the night before, and they can't talk about the shit that's happened, since the market had opened and where things are actually live at. So it gives us a little bit of a because I do go and listen to Farouk. I do go in and listen to Captain and Coffee and Legendary and all those guys in the morning. So and I kind of try and bring some stuff in that they may not have discussed.
Right.
Because it's impossible to have your eye on every single thing in the space.
Yeah, usually I'm the content bringer for the group that Miguel and I have, and I try to stay. There's some things that are just so big that you got to talk about them, but I try to not just rehash the same things that everyone else has already talked about. I mean, if you found us in the little corner of the internet, you've probably already heard of all the other stories and heard everyone's take.
That's true.
So I try to balance it with just some smaller things that maybe you haven't seen, or maybe it's just a new way to look at something, or maybe a new use case for crypto, or a new, highlight a specific artist, or highlight, just some other things that are happening within the projects that, they kind of run in the same circle as us. So I don't want to alienate people. Like, what the fuck is he talking about? But I also don't want to just rehash the same shit without, any hot takes on the same things that have already been talked about for the whole week. So,
well, I mean, like tomorrow, everybody's going to be talking about Pump.
Oh yeah,
yes,
yeah, 100%.
It's all it's going to be. We're going to talk about it as well, but we'll try not to drag it on because what do you say? Plus, Jesus has a plethora of amazing guests that show up almost every day to come on stage. No, we have a wild, wacky pack. It's like Howard Stern's Whack Pack of fucking characters.
I love it.
Come on. Yeah, and Coin Kong is our Eric, so we'll take them all
Hey
day.
Chef, if you want, go to our YouTube page and go back to our shows. We have a bunch of that are like artists that are not really well known, but they're like amazing artists on our show that we've had since the beginning. Or we've had like people like Wonder Mundo, remember, who was very big.
Wonder Mundo.
Yeah, Elisa Stevens, who's really big in the NFT world. She actually sold out, became like super rich, and moved to New York.
I don't know about super rich, but
she's doing very well, though. She's doing very well. We've had a lot of guests in our show that are really prestige people that we're still friends with till this day. So it's cool. It's cool to have. It's cool to put the little people up here.
Do you know much about Coin Kong?
Coin Kong? No.
Yeah, the guy you're talking to, Chef Coin Kong.
Yeah.
Yeah. So on top of him being one of the biggest Jares holders, like this dude is like one of the most given people in Web3. So he's a chef in the LA area, cooks for fucking thousands of people, sports teams, celebrities, does all kinds of stuff. But the guy's constantly helping out like the needy, the homeless, like cooking. I'm talking about for thousands and thousands of people, doing it, all through charity stuff. He does raises and all kinds of crazy stuff. Yeah, he's a good guy to connect.
Definitely want to be involved with that. Yeah.
The best part about him is that he already follows me. he's been following me for more
Oh,
than
whatever. Get the fuck
3
out of
hours.
here. Yeah, but no, he is a good guy, and does a lot of good things for the LA area. Even though I don't think he gives a shit that I said that, but either way, but it's kind of good. Like, I don't know if like Jirasan, Shan was trying to do a long time ago. He was trying to do the thing like Frank did, where everybody puts their location, and if you go to the area, like like if you were a like a Quirky's holder or a Regenerate, and you go to Brooklyn and you go eat at a home-based Defano Steakhouse, he'll give you a discount there because you're a Quirky's holder, or whatever. Even give you a free meal. Like, I don't know if Shan's still doing that or not.
I don't know. I have to ask him.
Yeah, it was like
that was the first thing Miguel showed to me. Actually, was that side of the network before I held any, and was like, in the portal. Miguel, I don't know if I guess maybe you don't remember that, but it was kind of saying like, how do we connect these people in real life, if you're in their area, or even if they have some sort of skill or profession that like might be helpful to you. Like, how do you actually make that connection and that networks?
Yeah. So, he was wanting to bring the
I think that's probably everyone's dream.
Yeah, he was wanting to bring that DGods thing together, but bring the IRL utility of community together. Say I owned a t-shirt printing company, and you're like, hey, I need 1,000 Rebel Knights fucking hoodie, like, hook me up. Like, those are people you could literally go into the Jira Yellow Pages and be like, this community can help me, and
I like Yellow Pages.
Yeah. Dating myself there. No, everybody else in the audience is like, what the fuck's Yellow Pages?
Right. Half of them don't know what that is.
No. But yeah, Coin Kong's a good guy though.
No, that's cool. I just gave him a follow on X.
Nice. Yeah. See?
Reminds me of Hans.
Dude, Hans is such a fucking goat. That guy.
Yeah, Hans is such a great person.
Bro, like every week he's dumping genuine undead in my wallet, and he's like,
yeah, he does it to us.
He's like, give these away this week. And I'm like, okay. And I'm like almost down to none. And he's like, hey, I just dropped a few more NFTs in your wallet. And I go look, and there's like 30 forever undead, 10 more GUs. I'm like, bro, you got to stop. Every day he tips 500 Pengu on my stream. Super nice guy. So
yeah, I love Hans. Hans is a huge supporter of us. I love the guy. He's such a genuine, such a good guy.
Yeah, and I feel like whenever I hear him on a space, I feel like I'm talking to like one of the villains on the the first Die Hard.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah. He's our #1 holder actually. He owns
really?
Yeah, he owns like 500 Rebels.
Jeez.
Probably more than 500, I think.
This guy, man.
He was after we had bounties on ours, during the Mint phase, and there was a Moon Ant that actually Luna Vortex here in the audience ended up getting. Luna? Yeah, I mean Luna has like 300 Rebels too, but yeah, she ended up getting it. But Hans was like really after it, like he was really buying to try to get that ant, because I was giving away, I think 1 ETH, was it? I think I gave away 1 ETH, to whoever minted it. It was cool. I was giving away money like crazy.
Luckily, it had a high mint number. It was like in the 4,000s out of our 5,555.
Yeah.
I saw Luna and DJP asking for a battle update. Do you want to tell them anything, Miguel?
Well, no. So the battles are finished. We finished our battles
for season 1.
For season 1, yeah. So now we're focusing on migrating to ApeChain. So once we finish migrating to ApeChain, then the development for season 2 will continue. Which is our portal, our game portal, continues to be developed behind the scenes with our extraordinaire developer there, side project. But yeah, he keeps developing our portal. Right now, we're really just focusing on moving into ApeChain, because with what we know and what we've seen so far is that when you migrate to a different chain, it's really hard to get 100% of the holders to move into a different chain. So we want to try to focus on maybe seeing how we're going to be able to move all 100%, maybe some incentives, maybe some cool stuff that we're going to give out. so people feel incentivized when they move into Ape, which I think will be cool.
Yeah, you'll have to migrate your ants to be able to participate in season 2. So hopefully that'll help
Correct.
people
That's it.
go through that. Sorry to cut you off, Jesus. What were you saying?
No, what chain are they currently on right now? ETH?
ETH, yeah.
Okay. Well, I mean, your ApeChain wallet does it cost a lot for you guys to basically regenerate and then drop back to them and change the metadata on
No,
ETH?
no.
Or
There
can't
is a
happen?
cost, but we're trying to figure out how to limit that cost.
Yeah.
And at one point, I think I said during our conversations behind the scenes that maybe I'll just take on the whole cost so that people just migrate, and I'll refund them whatever I need to refund them. But I think Side Project, he's been working really hard on trying to figure out how we can migrate at the lowest cost possible, so that people can migrate. There's always going to be a fee for something, because it's on chain. So I don't know. We'll see what happens. We're almost there. We're like, I would say we're like 95% there, almost
Yeah,
done.
it feels like within the next 2 weeks we'll have the portal ready for migrating, and then DJP. Just talking about season 2, high level, we are trying to figure out a way to use Discord for a voting system for the battles, so that whatever gang you registered for, you get to vote for that gang to decide what their next move is, and then each gang will go back and forth voting for moves, and then we'll just keep the AI storytelling going, and we'll see who the winner is. So we I think last stream was our sort of our recap reflection of season 1. What did we learn? And we're going to take a lot of the feedback we've heard from the community into season 2 and just try to keep it going. Every time I look at other NFT projects and think, why should somebody hold? Some of it is, all the future potentials, maybe what ifs. I like the art, but we're still trying to deliver something engaging with Rebel Ants and give people something to look forward to. But the difference with season 2 really will be that you'll have to be not in person. You'll have to be watching live to be able to participate in the battles versus the way we ran it the first season, where it's just you register and you walk away.
Yeah, so it's going to be. So I asked for the portal to be more interactive. So you'll have multiple choices there, where the as a community you're going to have to get the highest percentage to be able to do that hit point, if that makes sense, right, Kevin?
Yeah.
Sort of like a Zelda game, right? Where you choose whether you want to use a potion, or you want to use a sword, or you want to use a hatchet or whatever, or a knife. So that's what it's going to be, and then the highest percentage will win the pick, and that will be the hit point for the opponent team, I guess. I just wanted it to be very interactive, especially during a stream. So I think we're getting there. I think that it'll be good for us.
Hey, Jesus, tell us about the rest of your life outside of crypto. I mean, how do you balance it with family? Where do you draw the lines? Are you on 24/7?
Yeah, bro, I'm literally almost glued 24/7. I used to travel cross country, moving military families in the U.S. So I did that for 25 years.
Wow.
And so when I came off the road 3 years ago is when I got full custody of my daughters. So when I did that, about 3 months, I ran that one last summer, and then I'm you know what? I think I'm gonna just come off the road. I was coming off an all-time high on Portal. I was like, all right, I'm making a shit ton of money. Like everything is gonna be good. I'm gonna be a Web3 creator full time. And then about 6 months into that, shit just started going downhill. And I've still made it work. I've made it manage. It's stressful as shit. But I wouldn't change it for the world. I mean, being able to be here, I'm flexible. I can get up. My phone goes everywhere. My iPad goes with me when I need it.
Yeah.
I don't miss a basketball game. I don't miss a dance. I don't miss anything.
Awesome.
I'm present with every single thing, and being a single dad, there's not many of us out here. So, taking on that role, the mom is like just now starting to come back around, which is good. Clean herself up really well. So, not good enough for me to get back with her, but good enough to be in the kids' lives. And she, so now things are looking good. So it's giving me some breathing room, but like trying to stay, I'm with the gambler team, but it's kind of like a part-time role. So I'm having to make up that other difference in brand deals and things like that. So it's definitely a struggle at times, but I will change it for anything, man. Like opportunities like this, getting to meet you guys, being able to, just meet like one of my best friends in the space. I would have never met this guy in real life. We travel in different circles. The guy's worth multiple millions of dollars. And like I would have never in my life met this guy. He's like he's like a top like VP for a massive bank in the US.
Nice.
It just would have never happened. So like, and I'm a people person, and being able to form these relationships and friendships through video calls and just years of crying to each other about our shitty bags. Uh, that's
So
been
true.
yeah, and it's
So true.
yeah,
That's
and
why we
people,
started this podcast, was to
yeah,
to cry about our shitty bags.
yeah,
That's basically
and
what started it all. Yeah.
but it's at the end of the day, yeah, the space can be stressful. It can also be euphoric, and I think if you ride those waves well, and you surround yourself with people well, and your timeline is curated to positive things. When I see people like I had a guy I just unfollowed him and muted him. I don't block anybody, but I'll
Right.
mute your ass and I'll unfollow you. And for like the last year and a half, the guys just went down and net. And I even reached out to him like, hey, everything good? I've noticed your tweets just gone to shit. And the guys just, yeah, and the guys just so because you never know what somebody's going through. So it's like I pay attention to people. And when I see their mindset going down, I can't help you financially, but I can be, someone to listen to for a little bit
Yeah.
and talk with. And sometimes that's all that matters, giving
Yeah.
somebody, a few minutes to vent. And, so being able to have those connections, bro, I wouldn't change it for nothing. I try and do as many things with my kids as possible. Sometimes Web3 kind of, takes things, a little bit too far with time wise. But it's good. My total phone time on X is below 15 hours a day. So we're doing good.
The benchmark. Huh? Okay, good.
Yeah.
It
You're
used
doing
to be
good.
like 18 to 19 hours
Holy shit.
a day. So it's good, man. But dude, I love this space. And people are like,
Yeah.
they're like, do you have like when I'm looking for jobs and stuff, they're like, do you have a finance background? And I'm like, no. They're like, do you have this background? Do you have that? Do you have marketing? Do you have that? I'm like, bro, I moved military families. I drove a truck for 25 years. Like, no, I do not. Like, this is all new to me. I'm learning. Anybody that tells you they're a master at anything in Web3 is full of shit. Unless you were mining Bitcoin from day one or one of those true OGs like Miguel.
Yeah.
But if you're not willing to open yourself up and learn and like grow, it doesn't matter. Somebody that got here 3 months ago can be more educated than somebody that's been here more than 10 years.
Yeah.
True.
So,
It's very true. Yeah.
and so I just try and learn as much as I can. And if someone helps me make money, cool. I hope I help people make money. And because at the end of the day, we're all here to better our lives, better our kids' lives. And if you don't have kids, fucking dogs, cats, whatever,
Somebody.
whatever
dog.
life you want to better, yeah. And
That's right.
Real brat. That's what she is.
Yeah. Amen, man. Amen. Well, listen, I think we'll wrap up. I don't want to take up too much of your time, and I got some
Yeah, bro.
kiddos waiting for me downstairs. So, very cool of you to say yes to
very cool.
coming off
Thank
last
you.
minute. Fucking love
Yeah,
it,
man.
and hopefully we can stay in touch and do some more streams. Maybe get you onto the Rebel Ants network so we can EV Mux together and make your streams look beautiful.
I know, bro. I'm so jealous of this. I'm gonna go
Very
back
true.
to it tomorrow and be like, fuck this StreamYard.
I'm gonna show you all the tricks, man. Don't you worry.
Just let us
Any
know,
call to
please.
action? Any call to action for our 500 people with us?
I mean, reality checks live 11 a.m. Till whenever it ends every week, Monday through Friday. So just come hang out, get on stage. Don't be afraid to come on stage and talk. We don't bite. So Other than that, man, and everybody just stay safe. A lot of scammy shit gonna be happening this week with the
That's
pump fund
true.
stuff.
Very true.
You know, the president's not going to email your, you know, your opinion on any of the bills that are getting passed. Don't click any links. You know,
Yeah.
just people stay fucking safe. You know, don't
So true.
double check everything. Yeah. Other than that, go buy some Rebel ants if you can, unless they're
That's right. Buy some Rebel ants and stake them, and more to come on that. All right. So listen, we're going to end the stream, but hang on just one more minute for us. All right. Don't disappear yet, Jesus.
Yeah, no, I won't.
Miguel, anything you want to say?
Yeah, no, just to follow up on Cheese, the same thing. Just stay safe this week. It's going to be crazy. I'm sure the scams are going to be insane this week. So just stay safe out there. Make sure you do your research and, you know, see you next week.